Good morning. Welcome to Pyramid Advisory YouTube channel. We have today's market. How we can expect the market to behave today? We are trying to do some small analysis. So analysis consists of one is the advance and declines. Nifty 50 advances 29, declines 21, which means Nifty 50 is going to be relatively strong. Broad market 1117 advances, 647 declines. So broad market is going to be predominantly strong, but it is going to be strong mainly because small and mid cap. I don't think because of the Nifty. Okay. Then 52-week high, 60 stocks, 52-week low, 14 stocks. This is also a good sign. And now let's look at value. Value traded, top value traded counters. So value traded, what we have to be careful is like whether they are at the multi-year high or year low. So if they are at multi-year high, we have to be very careful. Okay. So IndusInd Bank is there in pictures in that. It has already been in correction because of the bad results, not results up to expectations. And IndusInd Bank is there. Reliance is there. Reliance result is coming tomorrow, so we'll have to wait and see. Reliance is also at multi-year high, so we have to be very careful because we are all value investors. Value investors means we don't buy at multi-year high. Okay. SBI is there. MGL it's a new name today. Mahanagar Gas Limited. So there is something brewing in that counter. It is not at a multi-year high. It had a good correction. I think it formed a triple bottom and then it is gone. It's a breakout trade. But if you don't understand the gas business, don't get into that. Okay, because if you don't understand that business, you do not know when to exit. Then Hindustan Unilever is there. TCS, Yes Bank we do not know what's going to happen to that bank. Then Indigo. The new name today is Indigo. The top value traded counter. Top value traded counter, you have Indigo, which means something is happening in that counter, or the market makers are perceiving that something is about to happen to the stock because of certain things which they understand. It could be like aviation fuel price cut, or it could be that oil price is going to come down. So these are the signals, indirect signals in which these stocks go up. Okay. So it's again a very technical and strategic trade. We have to be very careful. So if something is happening in Indigo, it can see. I think probably it can see a good upside. I think I'm not. It's not a recommendation. This is only a channel where we try to give investor education. Then Tata Steel is there. HDFC is there. HDFC we have to look at it in one more perspective, with relevance to the recent inflation data. Okay. So what can happen when inflation goes up? The interest rate cycle may change, which means maybe the prices will go up, interest rates will go up, or probably like if there's housing demand, if there's some stops given to the housing sector and the demand starts picking up, then after 6 months you can see interest rates going up because the demand is going up. So this is the kind of play in HDFC. Okay, now let's look at volume. See, volume is God. Okay, volume is the most important thing. All technicals, you can forget it. See, how we perceive volume, how we should understand volume is at multi-year high. If you see volumes, you have to be very careful because it could be a distribution. At 52-week low, if there is a volume and there is a 7 to 8% surge from the low, then it's a possible confirmation that it's a bottom. Okay, so volumes at the lows are a bullish signal. Volumes at the high are, I will not say bearish, but it has to be very careful. So that is then we have a BEL. So there is volume happening in BEL. There is volume happening MMTC. I don't understand the trade. Please avoid. I'm not sure why the volume is happening there. BEL. Okay, BEL. There is huge volume happening. Maybe it is getting ready for the next round of upside. We'll know very soon. Then there is volume in State Bank. So banks, we have to be very careful because if you take IndusInd Bank, since they made a little higher provisions, the stock got slaughtered. Okay, it's gone down drastically. The same thing can happen to the banks, especially the banks which was leading the market last year. So any bad news, it could be bad news for the stock price also. So that is what it is. That is what is the market relevance today. And one more thing I want to say is like Most important thing first you should see in the market is, it will give you a broad idea. Like for example, what is today's Nifty's low price is 12345.10. Yesterday's close is 12343. If the closing price, okay, is lower than today's low, or if today's low is higher than the previous day's closing price, it's a bullish sign, which means probably today, and plus it should trade above the open price. If it happens like this, you can see the whole day Nifty will be bullish. This happens 80% of the time. Okay, so that is what I forgot to mention in the beginning. And a small trivia, which I just heard in the television. We all heard about affordable housing. It is now, when we say affordable housing, we think 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, or whatever it is. That's what we think it's affordable housing. But in Bombay, SBI has said that affordable housing is 2.5 crores. So, difference between affordable in Bombay and the rest of the country is completely different. Okay, have a nice day. We'll see you again in the evening.